Cars. All right. Talking about the '07 to 14 Tahoe, which is this body here that maintained through those years, those 7 years. I've had two of them and a Suburban the same year. I had an '07 Suburban, I had an '09 Tahoe, and a 2012 Tahoe. So I just want to talk a little bit about them. So I watch a lot of these review videos, and I've owned over 50 cars, been in the car business for a long time. A lot of friends that are mechanics and wholesalers and this, that, and the other. So this has always been my favorite full-size SUV. So I just want to talk to you quickly. As you look at review videos, they're always going to be long. They're always going to tell you a million things that you don't really care about. They're going to give their opinion. I'm just going to state the facts of what I've been through with these vehicles, the pros, the cons, the goods, the ugly, all that good stuff. So these are good trucks, great trucks. So I've also had 6 Silverados. So I know this engine like the back of my hand, the 5.3. If there's something good about Chevy and GM, which is horrible to say, but if there's something good about them, is when something's wrong, they're all wrong. What that means is the crack dash, they all have it. Stickers peeling, they all have it. Keep on coming down here. Peeling steering wheel, which I couldn't find a picture, but this will peel on you. They all have it. Broken rear defroster, they all have it. My friend tried to solder this on 3 times. Came undone. It got to the point where I got used to hearing this clinking on the glass, and I actually kind of liked it. So I just left it alone after the 4th time, however many times it was. And then the AFM delete. That's another thing I want to touch on quick. And I'm going to just be scattered here, but I'm going to try to keep this video under 5 minutes and try to give you all the details on this car. This is something that's important for your lifter failure, so you don't have lifter failure, I should say. So the AFM delete kind of helps with those lifters that can cause total engine failure. Look up on it. I won't bore you all with all that, but that's kind of one of those things too. I feel like it's kind of rare as well to have the lifter failure, but it does happen, as well as oil consumption. I never had those issues, but I did have this, and I plugged it in immediately when I got my Tahoe at 89,000 miles. And then the bad, unfortunately, my trans went out at 160,000 miles. Some people get lucky. Some people ride these things out for 250,000, 300,000 miles. I've seen it with my own eyes on trade-ins, and they ride it out with the original trans and the original engine. I think what benefits is if it's a lot of highway miles, then you don't have to worry about the trans going out. However, I don't want to say that, guarantee you nothing. Every car and machine is different. So pricing, you can get a good deal under 10,000 on one of these. You really can. I mean, I wouldn't even be afraid to buy some of these. I mean, I want to see the maintenance history. I want to see the vehicle, how it was cared for, because these can be roughed up quite a good bit. You can get some rough ones, but I would dare to say, under 10 to find something under 180,000 miles. If they've done the transmission, even better if it has gone out on them. So these are 6-speed transmissions. The 4-speed transmission was in the first 2 years. The 6-speed was the remainder. They state that you should buy 12 and newer, and I would agree with that. Just because they've kind of worked out the kinks and all that good stuff. This is not a fast vehicle. 0 to 60 is about 7 to 9. I never had issues. I am a heavy foot on the highway. I have never had issues personally with not feeling I had enough power. The AFM delete that you put on there does open it up more. I will tell you that. So it uses more gas. Gas mileage, absolutely beast of a vehicle. I don't think I ever got better than 17, 18, and that was me purposely trying. All-wheel drive is a great feature on this thing. You get auto as well. The auto I used a lot, especially in heavy rain or snow, and that really, it doesn't miss a beat. With the short wheelbase like the Tahoe is, it's super strong. Super strong. Funny enough, too, the fast fact that Suburban does tow more than the Tahoe because the longer wheelbase. But towing with this thing was a dream. It was a breeze. I loved it. I'm going to show you some pictures of mine particularly. So here was mine. And I bought this from a guy who was a dealer who unfortunately passed shortly after I bought it. He used to deal in classic cars, and this was his car. He bought it from someone on trade-in, and he kept it for a while. You see, I took off. I'm that guy. I took off the bumper or the side guards and all that stuff too. But it was a good truck for me. I put some good Michelin's on it, and I just drove it. But at 160, my trans did go out. I believe it was at 162. Shop your transmission dealer if your trans goes out. Keep in mind, too, GM has a lawsuit. They don't advertise it now, but certain Silverados and Denali's and Tahoes and all that stuff, they are now reimbursing you for if you had your trans go out. Look up your certain years. It's only certain years and certain models. It's not the 2012 to 14, so unfortunately. But Great trucks. Can't say enough about it. Am I missing anything here? Maintenance, super easy. The 5.3 is super easy motor. Another thing that gets brought up a lot, the torque shutter, which can also be expensive as well because that's attaching to your transmission. And another thing too, the infamous engine shake. If you've ever had a 5.3, I've had 5.3s, plenty of them. They do shudder a little bit. Nothing's wrong with your vehicle. It's part of it. Some people claim premium gas does better, and I've done that. I haven't noticed a difference. Great trucks. Headlight housings are cheap to replace too, make the world's difference, as I did. This light right here, which is your daytime running out, sometimes goes out as well. Easy fix. They come with a bench seat or captain chairs. I personally like the bench. It has that kind of Tahoe big boy feel. I liked it. Some people don't. It's whatever. Keep your third rows. If you're taking them out, sell them. Those are hot and sought after. They're hard to find, so definitely keep them. The Bose system on this is incredible. I'm going over 5 minutes here, but the Bose system is probably the best I've ever had. Over 50 cars, the best sound system I've ever had was on a Tahoe or Silverado with that Bose. That Bose is out of this world. Great trucks. Can't say enough about them. Good keepers as well too. There's one vehicle it's worth putting the money into. It is a Tahoe. If transmission does go out and replace it, you can drive it for another 150,000. Hopefully. So, like I said, I paid $5 for my transmission replacement. It's worth every penny. But hope all that helps. Just wanted to touch on a few of those things. I don't know what I was doing there, but no, great vehicles. Can't say enough about them. Any questions or comments below? And yeah, it's my first video, so hopefully, what's going on here? So hopefully you enjoyed it, but let me know. Take care.